What does it mean if something has been scientifically proven? Who, if any, holds some form of authority or has scientific consensus to decree if something is a fact, real, or scientifically proven? There is a scientific consensus, and it is not something simple and concrete, but loosely represents what the majority of the leaders in the scientific community or given field of science will deem, in an informal process, if something is scientifically proven credible or appropriate in the scientific community. The scientific consensus does not entertain one-off examples or situations, although they could be 100% true, valid, relevant, and accurate, but instead requires a number of anomalies to take place for them to consider implementing new ideas or for scientific change to the current belief, theory, or foundation to take place. Secondly, since no scientific experiment could prove any scientific theory, they can in turn disapprove one. Thus, the scientific method could only deem things to be false or to disapprove theories, ideas, beliefs based on their experimental approach. I will not begin to go deeply into studying who is part of the scientific consensus and down that path to prove that this entire structure, mechanism, organization, and process has extremely high problems, inefficiencies, hazardous areas, and a number of flaws for such a currently influential or previously influential community. Many today have simply gone on just following what the majority says or hears as the standard or norm for the scientific community. I do believe in testing things and using the scientific method. It is a valuable process and one of intelligence, but everything else along with it is not. Just within our last 12 years, many humans made mistakes by just taking the words of scientists, doctors, scholars, and I will throw in politicians for granted. Some are still stuck in that program, although many have awakened to realizing that we must be our own authority, expert, and knowledge person on all things that affect our lives and planet. For these processes and social mechanisms that are in place, perhaps naturally created, perhaps not, I'm not sure. I could produce a list of scientifically proven examples of how this scientific arena, its processes, and more so opinions and beliefs have an incredible amount of flaws in their structures. And I could give a massive amount of serious examples, some which cost humans their lives, as to why such things should be reorganized or have the people choose to not engage those social mechanisms in that way anymore. All authorities to some regard, when speaking for humanity, or things on a whole, and whom have the power to influence the outcome of new inventions, the mass population, curriculum to be taught in schools, the welfare of countless individuals, and many other critical things and aspects to humanity, and humanity's survival and evolution as a species, can only serve to disempower human beings. And now, I can give you scientifically proven examples, logical proofs, and evidence or facts that can directly show you that although a community like that can add value to things, an authority whom can influence if something is to be considered factual or reliable, is truly only a threat at some point. And the reason being is because there is not any examples or proofs which display the benefit or such need of a group of unofficially elected individuals to be an authority whom indirectly or directly can define, influence events, elements, ideas, beliefs, and our production of innovative, life-changing or saving new inventions or creations for the people. This can only, even if harmlessly and naturally created, or formed based on other needs, can and only will serve to become a threat to the people or public by disempowering them through ignorance and lack of knowledge. Plus, through social engineering, they could essentially become a right hand for global elites, or members who seek to control the population. For the record, all institutions or groups similar to that, who may hold power or influence on the population, can only be a negative thing at some point or another. But we can have that discussion another time. I am not here to just speak negatively or bring down our created communities and organizations, but to bring a new solution and perspective to a scientific process or social mechanism that we created that needs to be dissolved due to the enormous amounts of problems that have come about from these social mechanisms. I am here to provide a new means of creating a better human society with better, safer, and more empowering social constructs which can benefit one, a few, and everyone exponentially, without any compromise to anyone. This is a win-win solution, and through simple intelligence and logic, anyone would agree, and there would be no reason not to, that the new solutions would only serve and provide benefit to each and every person on the planet and in society, or humanity as a whole. There is nothing that can stop us from creating a world exactly how we may want, where all things are created to serve and benefit each and every individual, and everyone collectively on a whole, exponentially. This is the introduction, and on my next video, for part 2, I will be showing the solutions. This is an exciting time we are in with such a beautiful opportunity to create our perfect utopian futures. Much love.